Okay, let's go.
Thank you for watching the Recovery Chronicles. I'm sure you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to bring you one of our major sponsors, Test by XV Lab. They've currently got out a body wash at the moment. Okay, it's not full of all those harmful ingredients that like lower your testosterone, increase your estrogen production, all those hidden nasties that are in the supermarket. 100% natural, and the gel is black, which is pretty cool. Hard casing, amazing for presents. Get yours. The link will be in the below. All right, guys. Hey, just real quick. Have you guys tried the Replenish sachets that we're selling downstairs? Each sachet, 800 milligrams of sodium, 300 potassium, and 80 magnesium. These are for people that are going in the sauna that just want to be rehydrated, replenished. Real simple to use too. You just rip them open up the top, grab your drink bottle, and they go straight in your bottle like that. Throw them away. Bit of a shake. And they're done. Max, what flavour you got?
Lychee. You got a sweet
Henry?
tooth?
What have I got? I've got
Apple to me.
Apple. Oof, my favourite,
Apple.
actually.
And I got watermelon.
I tried this the other day.
Apple is my favourite too. Watermelon's all right. I don't usually like watermelon, but watermelon's all right. Yeah, so they're good for the sauna people. All right. You hear that? Awesome. Okay. Welcome to the Recovery Chronicles, episode number 2. Technically should have been episode number 1. But due to, I'll just say my fuck up, technical difficulties, the whole episode was wasted. So
We'll do it better this time.
repeat. Yeah. So second time with Tushar with me. First time for you guys. Second episode of the podcast. How you going, pal?
Good, man. Really good. Good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back. You were doing some stuff in here the other week too. So it's three time. Do you want to give just a brief synopsis of like who you are?
Sure. So I'm the co-founder of My Muscle Chef. Started the business 13 years ago now. Oh, that's a long time.
Been running you.
Yeah. So I started working on it in May 2012, and we launched in February 2013. So almost 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I dare say it was like the size, the kitchen was the size of like this room.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was fucking tiny. It was tiny, bro.
Time to change.
Yeah. We was actually in a little Chinese restaurant in Potts Point. I don't know.
So what was the process? So we'll go back. Okay. So you were working sales with your brother?
Yeah. Oh, my brother was in America.
Okay.
So he'd already sort of ventured into the startup space. He was trying to sell an app in Silicon Valley. So he moved over there for a year with a couple of mates. And then I was working in sales here, and I was just finishing off uni. Somehow I really got into the gym. I got obsessed with it. And I was making my chicken, broccoli, brown rice every morning. I didn't know much about dieting, but I knew if I eat that 5 times a day, I'll be sweet. And I was doing that every day, got sick of doing it. And then I think it was my mum, she was buying light and easy at the time.
Yes.
And I saw that in the freezer. Like, this is mad. The food's already made for
Yeah.
me. But then I looked at the macros, obviously not that much protein. And then started Googling, and surprisingly nothing was available. And this is in 2012, and no one was doing it back then. It was just for weight loss.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a no-brainer. Everyone should be doing this. And then I called my brother up. I said, I got an idea. And he's like, sounds good. Let's do it.
I said he flew
And
back from America.
that's honestly how it started.
Okay, so so from that point he came back. You guys obviously had to source a kitchen, or did you start cooking at home, or?
No, we didn't cook at home. We didn't have the facilities at home.
Mhm.
So we wanted to do everything as properly as we could. So, and because we didn't have a background in food or in business, we wanted to make sure we did it the right way.
Mhm.
I think if we had a bit of a background, you could probably take in shortcuts. It actually
Yep.
worked out well, I reckon, having to do research and understand how to properly start a food business.
Yes.
So we found a kitchen, and that was hard because we were doing frozen food. So we had to find a kitchen that had enough freezer capabilities, which is why we found a random place in Potts Point. Because I live in Camden, we had to travel all the way there.
That's
to find
a
kitchen.
trek
It is a
daily.
trek. And back then, King's Cross was still
Pumping.
going off. It was still pumping. But that was a good experience. We were there for about 6 months.
Yep.
And then we moved after that.
So at that time, where'd you move to from there?
Chester Hill. So back towards Western Sydney.
You back towards, and that was a bigger facility, obviously.
It was slightly bigger. I was still maybe 150 square meters, so
Yep.
not massive, but bigger than the tiny kitchen we were in.
Yep.
And because when we first started, I was still working full time. My brother was working full time. My dad was in the business during the day to make sure the chefs and kitchen hands were doing.
Okay,
their
so
thing.
you guys didn't do the cooking.
No, not at all. No. I
Okay,
don't
so
know how to cook.
so we'll go back to me asking you cooked at home on it. So not
Yes.
only did you hire a kitchen
Yes.
to cook, you had to hire
Hire a chef.
chefs to cook too.
Correct. So
Okay.
I found a chef on Gumtree, and it's funny. I used to interview chefs, and they'd actually say no to the job because they knew I don't know what I was talking about. They don't want to take a risk.
Yeah.
And I finally found someone. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a crack. So I had one chef, and then he knew a kitchen hand that he brought over as well. So it was just two of them when we first started. And we would, cook during the day. And my dad would be there just to make sure that if they need anything, he can go to the shops and buy whatever they need. Then I would come after I finished work to help pack all the meals.
Yes.
And then we did deliveries on the weekend. So I did that for about 6 months.
Uh-huh.
And then got to a point where there was enough sales coming through that I could leave.
Yes.
But my brother was still working because we needed his wage to pay the bills. He probably worked for about 9 months, then he left as well. And
so
then
9 months into it, you're both there now full time.
full time, correct.
Okay.
In the new facility in Chester Hill.
Yes. Okay. So how long did you? So that's at the 9 month mark. I'm assuming you're not taking much profit out of there now. It's just,
Nothing. It's losing money every week.
Yep.
Not making any money.
Okay. So how long did it take you guys? Okay. I remember those days. You were you were delivering it to everyone personally.
That's right.
Etc. When did it go from that level?
Yeah.
To where you're saying being profitable?
I would say profitable at least 3 years.
Yep.
I would say break even probably year 2.
Okay.
And that's the consequence of not knowing how to run a business. No one in our family's ever run a business before. We never run a business. We just winged it, to be fair.
Yeah.
And we're learning as we went. So we kept improving, but the first 2 years was just a massive learning curve.
Yeah. Okay.
And food is tough because your profitability relies on your wastage and how efficient you are. So we didn't.
So not only have you not ever run a business before, you chose the hardest one.
Exactly, because the stock goes off, right?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
like selling electronics. It can sit there for 2 years.
And then after 2 years, you can sell it for cost. Like, yeah.
Correct. But food, it expires. And if you're buying premium cuts like salmon and steak, it's expensive. You're paying $20-$30 a kilo.
So how did you navigate that? Did you do pre-orders? Like what
So
was
we cooked to order. That was
Okay.
the only way.
Yes.
So initially we did it, and then there was so much wastage. We're like, you know what? This model is not working.
Yep.
So we introduced a cutoff date. So you have to place your orders by, say, Monday or Tuesday. And we would cook on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then deliver on the weekend.
So that would have put you guys under the pump hard then.
It did, because the time frame
Yeah,
was
because
very
you would have had your system set up for the week,
correct.
but now you got to condense it into 3 days.
That's right, yeah. And
Okay.
then as we got better at it, we would start pre-cooking a few things that
Because you
we
know there was
knew.
more regular. Yeah. Okay.
Correct. So the system kept evolving, and then we introduced a new cutoff. So the first 2 years is pure learning. And we, to be honest, did not delegate much. We wanted to do everything ourselves just to understand every part of the business.
Okay.
And everyone has different approaches. A lot of people will hire experts or people that are, good in a certain aspect of the business pretty soon in their journey.
Yep.
We decided to not do that. Even stuff like customer service, which you can easily hire someone to do it, but we wanted to do it to see who's the customer, want to speak to the customer, understand the customer. So
you're learning at every point you were learning something.
correct. So we did the deliveries ourselves. We answered all the phones ourselves. We're in the kitchen and we're packing every single order. We would pick pack as well. So we did all that behind the scenes.
So okay, pause muscle chef there. Where did the so your brother was overseas trying to sell an app.
Yeah.
Where did the interest for you guys come from to want to kind of work for yourselves? If like no one in the family's ever run a business, owned a business, etc.
Just always been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've always wanted to do that.
To. And a part of it also was I didn't know what I wanted to get into at uni. So I did really well at school and got really good marks and went into the course that I wanted at uni. But when I started that, I figured out it's not what I really want to do. And I was a little bit lost as to where I should go. And then I really found a passion in fitness and health. So, and my brother being the older one, he started working on a plan to have his own business, and that inspired me as well.
Yep.
So I think it came from there. But at school, I never wanted to do my own business. It was always
What did you want to do at school?
Be a lawyer or work in finance. That's as you do. My parents are pretty strict, so that's
what they wanted you to do.
the
Yeah.
path you go down. So I wouldn't say growing up I was entrepreneurial. A lot of entrepreneurs are. They've always had that. Like they're doing side hustle as well at school. I was never like that at all. It was only once I started uni.
Yep.
And I was a bit lost in what direction I want to go in. Then I was like, you know what? I want to create something for myself. And then that bug obviously never went away.
Yeah. Okay. And then you kind of just fell into it by cooking your own food.
Yeah.
For the gym.
Yeah. The gym changed my life.
So when back to second year break even, third year profitability. Was there any? So back then, was there any other competition? Coming up? There was
Muscle Meals Direct.
Muscle Meals Direct, yes.
And U Foods also started around the same time. It's funny, 2013, 2014 is the year that all these companies started. So I'm not saying they started because of us.
No.
It seems like everyone identified a gap in the market around that
same time.
Because U Foods started 2013, Muscle Meals Direct started in 2012.
Yes.
I think Workout Meals started around that time too. So there was quite a few competitors that started and helped us sort of validate the idea. I remember when we were setting up, just about to launch, I saw Muscle Meals Direct start.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so it's not just us thinking this is an opportunity.
But okay. How did you feel about that?
I was fine with it.
It was good.
Yeah. More competition, the better, because there's more awareness. More people are, aware of the category. So
I think that's part of your outlook on things too.
Yeah.
A lot of people would see that, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, like, you know what I mean? Whereas
see, there's opportunity.
Well, that's the thing. It's like with their marketing, it's kind of like going to feed into yours. So it's 100%. Like it's the awareness thing.
That's right.
So
they're telling people about it, and then people start shopping around. They'll see our brand, so it works well for us too.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember back then. I was one of your
first customers. Yeah.
First customers and first one you sponsored.
Correct. I don't know how we got in touch though. I'm trying to think.
It was. I think. Did I know you through Anthony?
Anthony, or remember Dwayne Hill?
Yeah, it might have been Dwayne, actually.
I think it might have been Dwayne. Because he was the first guy that I sponsored.
Okay, so it was.
And then Taylor, remember Taylor?
Yes, and Taylor. Yeah, so that was a little crew. Yeah, it was, right. Yeah.
And one of them introduced me to you, I think.
Yes.
And you were living in Wentworth Point.
Yeah. And I was training here. No.
Were you training at Plus Fitness?
I was the gym at Wentworth Point. I was training at a little bit, and then I was training at World Gym Bankstown.
Right, okay. Because I remember I dropped off Mule C the first time at a gym.
That would have been in Wentworth Point?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was Plus Fitness, but anyway.
No, it's called Pulse.
Pulse, okay.
It was a little community gym that they have there.
Right. Okay.
So you go. I could go and train like arms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's funny because so back in the day, I wanted to get aligned with you because all my mates were with Muscle Meals.
Right.
But the owner and I did not like each other.
Right. Okay.
And so he'd literally look after all my friends. If I was in a circle, he'd feed them all except for me. Right? And I was like, oh, well, there's another company over here. We'll just do that.
Yeah.
So
and it was actually really good for us because back then brand awareness was the best way to do that was through influencers.
Yes.
Or brand ambassadors, what do you want to call it?
Yeah, well, it's just like people that do, and then people see they do, and they do what they do.
Yeah.
And back then, like Facebook was like, it was niche, it was big. Like it's not like now where everyone is.
I remember I would put up a Facebook post without putting any money towards it. We'll get like 500 likes.
Yes.
100 comments.
Yep.
The engagement was unreal and without any advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it was
a very, very different world back then.
Yeah.
And because we launched our Facebook first and then the Instagram, I think, after that, because Instagram was still pretty new in
I don't think
2013.
Yeah, about then.
So it was still pretty new. But the best way to grow back then was word of mouth. So we got people like yourself, Dwayne, Taylor, Anthony came on.
What other kind of marketing things did you do?
Just sampling. That's it. Literally nothing else, man. Just sampling.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have enough money to put towards Google AdWords or anything like that.
But I think that would have been because I went to a ton of them for you.
Correct.
And dude, because I'd worked when I was younger for like a supplement store, and they do sampling at gyms and stuff like that. They get not much traction there, whatever, right? But when we were doing the meals,
yeah,
dude, like I was talking to someone the whole 2 hours, 3 hours we were there.
that's right.
All the food would go.
Because it was a new concept.
Yeah.
And it worked. I would say the first 2 years, we did it almost every week. We'd say Monday, Wednesday, sometimes on the weekend.
Yep.
And that was the best way to grow the brand. And the other thing that helped was the fitness expo. So we had the FitX in 2013, which was huge. I remember Jay Cutler was there, Phil Heath was there. And we, last minute, we ended up getting like a small 3x3 booth. And that was amazing. And I DM'd Steve Cook, because I used to follow him on Instagram.
Okay.
I was like, can you come to my stand? And he actually replied.
Mad.
Yeah. And he had like 1 million followers. He replied, he's like, yeah, I'll come. And he came to the stand, chucked on a MasterChef t-shirt.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
So you just messaged
I
him?
just honestly just
and
messaged
he
him
wrote
on Instagram. I'm like, I'm a big fan. Can you come to my stand? I'm launching a business. Would love to have you there for some exposure. He's like, yeah, sure.
That's wild. You have to pay him on nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
He just did it. And I remember Optimum Nutrition had like this massive stand, and they had a huge banner, like the ceiling high banner of just him. Imagine how much they pay him. I went to the stand, like, hey, do you remember me? I messaged you. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll come, don't worry. And then he actually came. And he chucked on a t-shirt and everything.
That's cool. I suppose it doesn't really impact a supplement deal, does it? Like it's food.
No, I was just surprised he did it. Yeah, because no one the influencer do that now. No chance. It'd be very hard.
Especially a random DM off the bat. Like,
correct.
You'd have to at least know them through somebody, or
and he lives in America.
Yeah. Just been a nice guy.
Yeah. I know.
That's awesome.
It actually worked out pretty well.
Wow.
I think there's a video on YouTube of him talking about it.
Oh yeah, that's sick. Yeah. Fast forward back to let's go back to you're in the second facility you moved into.
Mm-hmm.
When did you grow out of that?
That was, I would say, probably 1.5 years we were there.
Yep.
Maybe less. A lot of mistakes in that facility. Man, that was very challenging because that's when we started growing, and the sales were just going up week on week, and there was a lot of brand awareness, and people were really enjoying our food, and that place wasn't set up to facilitate that growth. And it's not easy to find a factory to make food. It's not like you just walk in and say, yeah, I'll take it. It has to be fitted out, or there's a lot that goes into it. So we actually had to split up the operation. So we had one place where we made the food.
Yep.
And then we got a warehouse where we stored the food.
So you had to make it, pack it into something, transport it, and put it into the meals.
Out of everything I've done the last 12 years, that was my most hated job.
That would have sucked.
I hated it.
That's just like so 4 times handling.
Literally 4 times a day. My brother and I would take turns. We'd probably fight the most about whose turn it is. So we would go to Chester Hill. We'd pack all the meals into these foam eskies, load the truck up, and then drive to Preston's where we had the freezer set up, then unload the truck, then unload the eskies onto the shelves, and then drive back, pick up the nightmare. I hated it.
Wow. How long did you do that for?
Oh, like a year.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I don't know why we didn't. We just didn't hire people to do that stuff. We wanted to do everything ourselves. Maybe in hindsight, it was a bit stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, but like but I think by doing that also too, you pretty much guaranteed the food stayed good.
Correct. The care factor was there.
Yes, because like I've seen delivery drivers.
They don't care.
They don't
We just did. We didn't trust anyone, even to pack the orders. So once if someone orders say 28 meals, you pack in their actual order.
Yeah,
that's pretty simple. You're picking something off the shelf.
You'd think so.
And then even that, we didn't hire someone to do it for like 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. Because we're like, no order can be wrong. Even if one meal is wrong, that's a disaster.
See, I always say that, like about things that's supposed to be for convenience.
Yes.
As soon as it becomes an inconvenience where you've got to go, oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore.
Correct.
So that's
all those small things matter. And we wanted every experience to be perfect.
Yep.
Because it's so hard to get a customer. You fight hard to get someone. You don't want to lose them because their order was wrong.
It's something simple.
But it finally got to a point where we couldn't do it anymore, and packing orders in the freezer.
So part of the on the resume would be to count to 28.
Yeah. Yeah. The amount of time we were experts, man. The way we were picking those orders, we were so good at it.
You're inefficient as.
Yeah. And the freezer was like -20 degrees. And we didn't buy all the fancy freezer gear that warehouses have. We just went to Kmart, bought heaps of jumpers, gloves. So we'd pack for like 15 minutes and get frostbite, walk out, put our hands under water, come back 10 minutes later. We did some funny shit, man. But it's all part of the journey.
Well, well, that's the thing is, you can laugh at it now.
Yeah.
But it's pretty impressive. You did everything yourself. Especially, I don't do much myself. I delegate a lot.
Yeah. But it gets to a point you have to.
Yeah.
But we realize that to scale, we had to.
When yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I think it's also important to learn all the systems yourself, because then you need to know what's going on. So then if something breaks or something needs to be fixed, you know exactly what it is.
Correct. And also when you do hire people, no one can bullshit you as well.
True.
So we knew the business so well. We knew what we were capable of doing, and we could set those expectations because we've been there.
Yep.
And a lot of the staff in the business, some of them are still working now that I was packing in the freezer with. They're still in the business. And so they have that respect for you too. Like, my boss has done this. Why can't we do it? And I've been there in the trenches with them. And I think that builds a really good culture that I'm willing to do whatever I ask them to do. So I'm saying do this and it's unrealistic.
And I'm not going to do it.
I've done it too.
Yeah. I think you said that over the years about, like, it's a very good work environment at Muscle Chef.
Correct.
You've said that to me multiple times. That's awesome. All right. So when did we stop packing and sending and driving and freezing?
About 3 years, I would say.
Yeah. And where did you go?
We went to...
Where are we now? We're about 2018 now?
We're in 2016. We moved to a factory in Condell Park near Bankstown.
Yeah.
And
that's the one. That's the big one.
No. You didn't go to that's Eunora.
Okay. Yeah.
So we were there from 2016 to 2018. There were 2 years. That's where we saw the biggest growth. The business really changed. Like, okay, we're actually onto something here.
Yeah.
Probably in that place, we were doing maybe like $15-20 million in revenue, or maybe $15 million in revenue.
Are you doing supermarkets yet?
No, just online.
Okay.
Purely online.
So say 20 million a year in revenue.
Yeah, actually probably 15 in that side. About 15.
So regardless, about that.
And just online only.
Online only.
And still doing frozen meals.
And still only frozen.
Still only frozen.
Okay.
And then that point is we realized, okay, we're really onto something here, and this business is going to explode, and we need to invest to help it grow and facilitate that growth.
Yep.
So we built that factory in Eunora that you came to.
Okay, so...
And we moved in there in 2018.
All right, so okay, this factory is... I thought I would walk into the Bunnings, but it was like it's just a big kitchen.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
So the offices are upstairs.
Yeah.
In a little section. Talk us through. So because there's some wild jobs available. What was there? What was in there? Like
like the setup?
The setup, what type of people were working there?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had taste testers.
Yeah, so we wanted to build our dream factory. We didn't have a lot of time to do it. My dad was the main reason we got up and running. We had about 4 months to build a factory from scratch, and he made it happen. I don't know how he did it, but he made it happen. And when we moved in, it was perfect. I reckon at that time we were probably about 10% capacity, so we got heaps of room to grow.
Yep.
And I remember walking through all the corridors. I'm like, did we make a mistake? Like, is this too big?
Yeah.
Because we probably couldn't afford it at that time, but we were investing ahead because we knew we were going to grow.
Yeah.
And I still remember walking through. I'm like, shit, I think this is too big. Hopefully we can fill it up one day. And then 2 years later, we've outgrown it. But anyway, so we did everything there. We had a state-of-the-art kitchen. All our previous kitchens were makeshift. There were old facilities that we fitted out ourselves. This one we built from scratch. So the kitchen was exactly how we wanted it. Got the best equipment. And then our packing lines, we try to automate how much ever we could to, save on costs. And then we had a massive dispatch logistics section as well. And then the office upstairs, we had our marketing team, our quality team, the taste testers. So everyone was there.
That's cool.
And it was finally a place that we had built to serve a purpose for my muscle chef. It wasn't a place we moved into and tried to make it work.
Yeah,
so okay. The setup, it flowed really, really well.
Which would have made everything more efficient to grow.
Yes, and also improve the quality of our food. Everything that we did to build that site was to improve the quality of the food, and we were able to achieve that.
I suppose with the cooking facilities for sure.
Exactly, got the best equipment. Yeah,
turn that flatten it out a bit.
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah, the cooking equipment was state of the art. So the quality of our food just went to another level, and we also at that time went from frozen to fresh. So it was a great time for the business.
All right. So you, as soon as you moved into that warehouse or that facility, you decided, all right, we're going to introduce fresh food too.
Yeah. So about 9 months in. So we moved in, I
Yep.
would say January 2018, and by September, October, we started making fresh food. So it was a bit of a transition.
So
still.
what was the biggest challenges between frozen and fresh?
The shelf life. That's the only real challenge.
Yep.
Because with frozen food, you can have in the freezer for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, no issues. And you can build up stock.
Yes.
You can produce, say, one meal for 2, 3 days,
Yep.
make as much as you can, and then do that for all the SKUs, and you're very efficient that way. But for fresh, it's got a 10, 12-day shelf life. You have to make all your meals every week.
So you're almost going back to the future. You're going back to the beginning.
Yeah, so you're doing it
where you're cooking it and then delivering it.
Yeah.
You're now doing the same thing, just at a much larger scale.
Correct. Because we've got a really good system with frozen where we would make in bulk, we would freeze it,
Yep.
we would have enough stock, and then when the orders come in, we would, pick the orders and send them out. So it was flowing pretty well. But with fresh, and again, having not run a fresh food business before, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was guesswork. So to be safe, we just made everything fresh to order.
Yep.
And the volume now is, 10 times what it was 5 years ago.
Yes.
And that made it even more of a challenge. But, we learned on the job. And by then I had really good staff as well, really good chefs, really good team, and they helped me through it.
So let's talk volume. How much chicken would you order per week?
Today, I would say we use more than 50 ton a week of
50
chicken.
ton of chicken. And then about the same steak, 30 ton, 40 ton?
Steaks probably maybe 20, 25.
So 25 ton of steak, 50 ton of chicken. You got how much rice?
I wouldn't know. But a lot.
A lot.
A lot. A lot of rice, a lot of veg.
But you're talking 50 ton of chicken a week.
Yeah.
That's 200 ton a month.
Yeah.
That's like almost 300 ton a year. No, what am I? 3,000 ton a year.
It's a lot of chicken.
Or 2,500 ton a year. What the fuck?
A lot of chicken, man.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of chicken.
How many chickens do you reckon that is?
I think it's 155,000 chickens a week. Yeah. That's a lot of chickens, bro.
Where are all these chickens at?
But
That's just your facility.
That's right.
155,000 chickens dying to get chicken for everyone, right? But that's one suburb, one facility.
That's right. Think of all the restaurants, all the cafes, all the other factories that make food. There's a lot of chickens out there.
Where are they kept?
Who knows?
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a lot of chickens. When I think of it that way, it is a lot. It is a lot. But our supplies are really good. We get fresh deliveries every week. That's the other thing with our food. Even though the volume is so high, chicken comes in 2-3 days a week. It's not just dumped once and then we use it for the week.
Yeah, so you're just getting everything just frequent.
Because to be honest, we also can't hold that much.
No, you wouldn't.
So it's coming in.
Where would you put 50 ton of chicken?
Yeah, I know. It's a lot.
That's wild.
Yeah. Same with the beef and the veg. The veg especially comes in every single day, so it's as fresh as possible.
Yep.
And more tricky than the chicken is the veg because there's a lot of volume and there's so many different varieties.
Yeah,
and vegetables are so sensitive. You want to make sure they're good quality, they're fresh. It's not turning and the color isn't changing, all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of variables that go into vegetables, so I would say that's even more trickier than the chicken and the beef.
It's such a massive operation.
Yeah, now it is, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
The site that you walk through, if you walk through the site we're in now, you'd think that was like.
Yeah. So because we've been piggybacking off of like progression. So the one I went through was at Eunora.
That was Eunora.
Eunora.
Yeah.
So you've upgraded since then.
Yep, and it's still in Eunora.
Okay. So do you still use that one?
We use it for storage now. Yeah.
Okay. So a custom built warehouse size Bunnings like kitchen.
Yeah.
You've upgraded from, and you've just made it storage, right? And you've now moved into what?
The one we moved into is about 5 times the size of the one you saw.
The fuck?
Yeah. You should come check it out one
Yes.
day. Yeah, definitely.
That's just like a football field more.
Yeah.
It'd be like 4 football fields.
Maybe. Yeah. Come. You should come have a look.
I'm going to come to have a look.
Experience. Yeah.
That's wild. Do I have to wear the fishnet hair things and stuff?
100%. Yeah. And there's a way more quality control now than there was 5-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah, but that's also always improving too.
Always improving, definitely. always improving.
Yeah, wow.
But that place, the initial Enora facility served us really well. We were there for 4 years.
Yeah.
So from 2018 to 2022. And then during that time, we ended up, because we outgrew it by about 2020, we ended up getting a storage facility in Greystanes in
Yep.
Pemaway. So we made so back to the old days where we made food in one place, but at least I didn't have to drive it this time.
Yes, you had to drive.
And we had a 24/7 shuttle. So we made food in Eunora.
Yep.
And then we would ship food to our pick pack facility in Pemaway. And we did that for 2 years while the new site was being built.
Yep.
And then in October 22, so it's 3 years now, we moved into the new Eunora site. And we were very lucky. It's literally next door, like not exaggerating.
That's so good.
Yeah. So there's the old Eunora site. There's like a storage yard,
Yeah.
and then the new one.
That's mad. So you got all the
30
storage there.
30-second
That's
walk.
perfect.
So in terms of even relocating staff, a lot of our staff catch public transport. It's not a whole
No.
new suburb. They still catch the same train.
That's unreal.
So moving all the equipment over, moving everything over,
Yeah.
worked out really well.
Now, so since then, you've not, so from you going from doing everything 100% yourself to now more recently taking a little bit of a step back and going,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to start to, after 15 years or whatever of being 100% immersed in work, I'm just going to look after me for a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that going?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much
Enjoying it?
needed.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it.
So what have you been doing to fill time?
To be honest, not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just needed some downtime. So I traveled a little bit,
Mhm.
not as much as I expected. I realized I actually don't like traveling that much. I like being in Sydney. But I've spent a lot of time with family, with friends. Like I didn't use to catch up with my friends much.
Yeah.
So doing that a lot more now as opposed to what
Yes.
it was in the past. Trying different things with training. So I did, boxing for a little bit this year and I went
Yep.
all in on that. Wouldn't have time to do that before. So that was quite fun. So I would say really focused on just my personal life, hanging out with friends and family and just having some me time. Like I like
Yeah.
reading, just doing stuff I could never do in the past and having a little bit of freedom.
Yep.
But I'm still involved in the business. I still go on a couple of days a week.
Yep.
But I don't have the day-to-day stress that I used to in the
No,
past. So
yeah.
now it's more advising on, new products and helping out where I can.
Yep.
But we have someone in place now that's doing a good job and he's running the business.
Yeah. So you get to chill out a little
you
bit.
get that bit more of a balance,
Yeah.
which is nice. But I would say I miss the stress. After the first 3 months,
Yeah.
like the way I'm wired,
You like to
I
get, you like
like
to be
being
busy,
stressed.
like, and you like doing stuff all the time.
correct. So
Yeah.
I miss the responsibility.
Uh-huh.
Like I like having responsibility and knowing that if I make a decision, it's either going to be good or bad, but it's on me. and
Yeah.
there's a lot of pressure, and I just thrive off that. So I do miss that a lot. I'm not going to lie, I do miss that a lot. But it's nice to have a bit of a break.
Yeah, it is. Do you think you'll go into something like go back working full time
Potentially,
again?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Not sure what just yet in terms of going full time, but we'll see how
Yeah.
MasterChef goes. That business is still going, so as long as MasterChef's around, I'll be involved
Yeah, for sure.
with that, and then we'll go from there.
I meant like going back to Muscle Chef in a full time capacity.
No,
Nah, okay. And I know even before you left full time, and we've been training together for like 3-4 years. And before I had this facility, you went and got yourself cold plunge
yes,
at home,
correct.
sauna at home.
That's right.
So anything you do pretty much all in.
That's right.
So
all in on
If
nothing.
you're gonna train, I'm gonna train really fucking hard, and I'm gonna go home and recover really fucking hard.
Correct. Yeah.
How did you find like and that's what you've mainly done this whole time? You've done a few things here and there, but it's a little bit
Yes.
far away from your house.
Correct.
But mainly cold plunge and sauna.
Correct. Yeah. The
how-
cold plunge in the morning
Yes.
before training, and then sauna afterwards. And I just got a red light panel for home as well. Not a
Yep.
full bed, just a panel.
Yep.
And I got the PEMF mat as well.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah. So
Which one
it's
did
a
you
decent setup. I got a Foley Barber. I don't know
Yeah,
what brand
okay.
it was. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So setup's pretty good.
That's why you're asking me about my routine before.
Yeah.
You should have just said, "Give me a routine." But I will talk about that later.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So you'll be able to do the grounding. You
Correct.
get the red light in, cold plunge.
That's right.
Cardio.
Yep.
Train sauna. Dude,
Yeah. It's a good setup.
it is. Now just got to get you back in shape.
I know. That's the hard part.
Take you from a boxing back physique back to
Never again, man. I miss being jacked, but we'll see.
yeah. Nah, you'll get like what? We've only been back 4 weeks, 5
4
weeks.
weeks,
Yeah, it hasn't been long.
Body's slowly changing.
It'll
Yeah.
change.
It's funny, it takes you so long to get to where you need to get to.
Yep.
And it goes away that quickly.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
It's
It doesn't
quite
make any sense, man.
it's like it's the saying that if you don't use it, you lose it. It's just that is.
I was surprised how quickly just went like 5-6 weeks of not training how we train, your body just starts changing.
Yeah, I think because the body wants to go back to its natural state.
Mm.
So if you're like naturally like thinner stature or whatever,
Yeah,
that's just where it wants to go.
Yes.
It's wild like that. I've seen that happen so often.
Yeah.
I
reckon probably 4 or 5 months should be back to where we were.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily. But you notice significant changes after like 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're super consistent as well. Not just that with your food, training, recovery.
Yeah.
It's
It'll
happen faster than most.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
But that's exciting.
yes. What I was gonna talk to you. I talked to you about something last episode. I cannot remember.
Was it around the recovery?
Yeah, no, we just did that. It might have been the recovery, and I've touched on that. Oh. Pretty good.
I think we spoke about travel. I was going to travel.
That's right, but yeah,
But
you traveled, and you not traveling no more. You don't like traveling.
I tried,
but
yeah,
all right. This one was a better episode.
much better.
I think I was a little bit clunky the first one.
It was more free flowing.
This is more fun. Like for those that don't know, initially when I started this, I was going to do research and try and have dot points and whatever. But like I don't ever research anything in my life, and I don't plan anything in my life.
You
so
actually
like,
had a lot of questions.
I know, and I'm like, I'm better off just to wing it like I do everything else. So, I enjoyed this episode. I learned a little bit too. I hope you guys did too. Thank you for coming on.
Anytime, man.
We'll probably do something again
whenever.
soon.
Sounds
Definitely.
good.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
We're gonna go train now.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Thanks, man. That was good.
Yes, that was mad.
Okay, let's go.